While it would be nice to be able to trust everything that is in your home, that is not always wise. And there's a chance that you may be in contact with carcinogenic substances on a weekly or daily basis without even knowing. From cleaning supplies to furniture to even what you decorate your floor or walls with, your home may not be the safe haven that you believe it to be. That's why today we are going to be covering 10 common household items that cause cancer, so that you can better protect yourself from potential carcinogens hiding in plain sight. Number 1. Scented candles. Recent research suggests that scented candles may have more side effects than just the relaxing feelings they can elicit in people breathing them in. This is mainly due to soot, a carcinogen that can be inhaled when scented candles are burning. Besides this, there is also the issue of the ingredients in scented candles, which also may cause people harm. Benzene and formaldehyde can both be found in many candles, especially those on the cheaper side, and these have both been linked to an increase in your risk of cancer in higher doses. Fortunately, some studies have found that the actual amount you are in contact with is relatively low, and so this isn't quite the ticking time bomb that other items on this list are. It's still worth keeping in mind that you should be looking carefully at what ingredients you are burning when you light a candle. Number 2. Fabric softener. Within the last decade or so, it was speculated that fabric softeners and dryer sheets can release dangerous volatile organic compounds, or VOCs, when they are heated in the dryer. VOCs are gases released into the air that can often cause asthma, cancer, or other illnesses, either when they come in contact with another airborne pollutant or sometimes just on their own. Another issue with fabric softeners is that although they do undergo federal testing and need to disclose their ingredient list to the proper health organizations, they are not required to disclose them to the public, making people even more uneasy. While we don't know yet the full extent of the damage that dryer sheets can have on a person, the good news is that this household item is not really an essential, so maybe holding off on adding it into your laundry until more data is gathered wouldn't be the worst decision to make. Number 3. Mattresses. Memory foam mattresses were found to have more than 60 potential carcinogens in them, which is really shocking. These materials can cause migraines, irritation of the eyes and face, and also serve as a cancer-causing agent too. Because you are in contact with your bed every day for several hours at a time, your exposure to potentially dangerous materials is much more severe and can result in long-term health problems. The issue here is that the materials used to make beds more flame retardant can sometimes be found in your mattress, making it slightly toxic. These materials can release VOCs while you are tossing and turning, and you are going to be breathing in those toxins while you sleep. These airborne pollutants didn't always reach dangerous levels for adults in testing, but for children, they did reach worrying levels. These hazardous materials were found in both expensive memory foam mattresses as well as cheaper beds, so it's worth looking into how safe yours is even if you paid top dollar for a quality bed. Number 4. Tap water. Trusting tap water has become a pretty dicey decision in the last few decades. From lead and rust leaking into our drinking water to sewage and chemical runoff leaking straight into our water supply, tap water should be treated with extreme caution. Chemical carcinogens such as hexavalent chromium were found in 31 of the 35 U.S. cities tested, which is cause for alarm. Hexavalent chromium has been strongly linked to stomach cancer, so consuming it directly via your water supply can severely damage your body. Most organizations suggest buying strong water filters, testing your water with scientific equipment, or even just buying bottled water instead, as drinking from the tap can affect both your own as well as your family's health pretty quickly. Installing filters for your taps can help, but you should also be aware of microplastics and chemicals that the filters may not capture, so make sure to do careful research and testing before trusting any filter. Number 5. Cosmetic and beauty products. Recently, a bit of fear has run through the beauty and cosmetics community as testing has shown that cancer-causing agents may be used as an active ingredient in some products. The specific ingredient that is causing this uproar is an endocrine-disrupting chemical, or EDC, and these actually can mess with your hormonal system in a big way. Many forms of cancer, we are finding out, can be caused by hormonal-driven issues such as prostate cancer, breast cancer, and more. And so these EDCs could very well be affecting people's health and safety in a big way. Since many people use their skincare and beauty products on a daily basis, the risk of these EDCs affecting people only rises. And even in small doses, the exposure to these ingredients can definitely be a cause for concern. With cancer, there is still so much that we don't know, but early research indicates that caution should be shown when exposing yourself to these hormonal disrupting agents. Number 6. Carpet. Your carpet is made up of more than just a soft surface, as the backing and glue are made entirely of synthetic materials. These have been found to be carcinogens in some cases, which is why health organizations recommend foregoing wall-to-wall carpeting if you can help it. The materials that can cause cancer in carpets are tiny, but in a fire, these can be released into the air as VOCs, which can be extremely dangerous to inhale. Even if there is no fire, the glue can often release fumes when exposed to high levels of heat, such as in the summer, and there are many factors that are hard to determine. None of this is to say that you should live in a home without carpeting, but to stay mindful when planning your home layout, as we can all become too trusting of the items that make up our home. Number 7. Air fresheners. Air fresheners may seem like they are actually helping to improve the air quality in your home, but unfortunately this is not exactly true. Along with cleaning supplies, air fresheners contribute highly to indoor air pollution, which most of us don't even consider could be hurting us. Air fresheners contain ingredients like formaldehyde, which are known carcinogens. Traditional spray can air fresheners have been found to have very high levels of formaldehyde, so trying to find other ways of keeping your home smelling good, without sacrificing safety, is an important step in keeping your household safe. Number 8. House paint. House paint is another household item that you should be wary of because you are surrounded by it every day. The main worry with house paint isn't touching it or consuming it like many of the other items on this list, but instead inhaling the fumes that tend to linger after it's applied. While paint can let off VOCs over time, the main issue is immediately following a painting project where the fumes are strong and the paint is wet. Over time, paint will begin to peel and its color will fade due to factors like heat, sun damage, and general wear and tear. This shouldn't cause a ton of concern for the most part, but it is worth noting that this is when paint can release any harmful VOCs that were stored up after the paint dried. Most modern paints are pretty safe, but make sure that you aren't using a type of paint that has been strongly linked to risks of cancer if you want to remain as safe as possible. Number 9. Plastic water bottles. The main risk with plastic water bottles is that they contain bisphenol A, or BPA, as it is usually called. BPA has been linked to cancer, as well as some other health problems, to the point where many personal water bottles proudly boast that they are BPA-free. This chemical is found in many adults nowadays, and that's not necessarily a good thing, so you want to be mindful when buying plastic water bottles, especially those that you can easily dispose of. Companies often don't use the best of materials when they know that people are likely to quickly throw away the bottle after use. And so the best way to ensure that your drinking water is safe is to transfer the water into a more durable container that you know is BPA-free. Over time, disposable water bottles can erode, causing plastic and other carcinogens to potentially enter your drinking water. So it's important that you don't overstretch the plastic bottle's lifespan too much. Number 10. Plastic-wrapped processed food. The chemicals that make up the plastic wrap of your favorite foods have been found to make their way into the food itself. Some studies done in the last few years have shown. When tested on mice, this has resulted in increased odds of cancer in the test subjects, which has caused researchers to warn consumers to exercise caution. The second issue is the processed foods themselves, which use preservatives that can also cause cancer risks to spike in many cases. Processed foods usually aren't the healthiest of options and use a lot of sodium and usually lower quality ingredients to keep prices down, meaning that there are health risks there as well. Got any other household items that you think we are all better keeping our distance from? Let us know in the comment section. Here are 2 more videos you might find interesting. Feel free to choose the one you like. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share the video with your friends. And for more interesting videos on health, subscribe to the channel.